You should be on your slowest speed. You should always be stretching the skin. You should be going in a back and forth motion like this. Small glides with a light pressure. You want your outline to be very thin. Even if you use like a eyebrow pencil to fill the brow and then trace the outline that you did, like as if you were doing makeup, if you did the outline with like, if you filled the brow with the eyebrow pencil and then you did the concealer, you can trace inside of the concealer. That's very easy. One of my faves that's very successful with the brows right now, that's what she does. So, and I taught her that way. So if you want to do that, you can do that. But outline, you bring this line all the way out. Remember, you do not bring this line all the way out. So it's super late. I'm kind of tired and my outline isn't perfect. But the point is to show you that you need to be going back and forth like this in a straight line. Okay, very light pressure. I am going to wipe it out so you guys should see how light that is. Okay, even though it's not super straight, I bet you it's going to be light. So, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to wipe it out. Like I said, I bet you it's going to be very light. It might be a little too light. Hold on. No, it's there. I can see it. Okay, you want it to be very light. If you make your outline too harsh, then you're going to have to make your brows super dark. And it's just not going to look natural. And it's just not going to be right. Okay, you want it to be light but visible. There's white dots there, so you may not be able to see the outline that good. But I can see it. Okay. So now, what a lot of people are struggling with, make sure you are shading back and forth with your gun like this and you see pixels back and forth. Go down one, go back up two. So that means I'm going down twice. I'm going back up to the top 2 times. So it's 4 total. Make sure you get that tail. Go down, come back up because I already did 2. I'm going to come to the next section of the eyebrow. Remember, we have 3 different shades. Darkest, medium, lightest. Okay, so here I do have a little bit more pressure, but I'm not pressing hard. I'm just kind of swinging the gun. Okay, back and forth. Very light. You don't hear that. That's way too much pressure. Okay, you should see pixels. Here, I'm going to swing longer. And you see that the brow is starting to lighten. In the front, slow your gun down. Only do 1 stroke in the front. Hear that? Hear how light my gun is? And you can already see that transition in the brow just from me doing that. And that wasn't even a full first pass. You can already tell that the tail is going to be the darkest and it's going to get lighter and lighter as I go. Okay, so when you're doing it, make sure you're remembering that. I'm a little delirious because of how late it is. But yeah, so down 2, back all the way up 3, back all the way back down 4. Okay, that's your tail. Okay, you should be getting medium pressure here. Medium shade here. Up 1. Make sure you come all the way up to your outline, all the way up. That's why your outline should be light because it eventually becomes invisible. Okay, it eventually becomes invisible. Okay, for my second pass, like I said, I'm not fully doing the brow. I'm just coming in to give you guys the tips to help you do it properly. I'm going to pull my 1 strokes for my second pass because I'm remembering I'm keeping that front light. You don't have to wipe it every time like this. I'm just wiping to show you the shade, darkest, medium, lightest. Okay, I can bring it up a little bit more because that, of course, the tail was going to be dark. Just the very front is going to be light. To just show that naturalness. Okay, I'm going to darken this up a little bit here. Okay, that's 3. Back down, that's 4. Let your gun swing. Okay, see that transition in my brow? Slowest speed to the front of the brow. Okay, pull 1 stroke. 1 stroke. Now, if you're going to do like a 4th and a 5th pass, I wouldn't even touch the front no more after that, because you want the front to remain light unless it's way too light. Okay, you want it to remain light. So say, for instance, that was my 3rd pass, right? I didn't do it fully. But say, for instance, that was my 3rd pass, okay? That's down 1, okay? Up 2, down 3, up 4, okay? Switch to this section. 1, back up. That's going to be 2. Back down. I'm coming all the way up to my outline. Back down, that's 3. Okay? Back up, that's 4. If you want to get fancy, you can make sure the bottom is the darkest. Okay? Slow the gun down. Pull your 1 strokes 1 more time if the front looks way too light. Just 1 stroke forward. Light pressure, because you don't want it to be too dark. Remember. But you can still bring it all the way up. All right? Cool. Now, that's a quick rush 3 passes, and I bet you can still see my transition and my shade. Okay? You can still see my transition and my shade. I can see that I want to bring that shade up, this medium shade up a little bit more. So I would just bring 1 stroke. Anytime you need to blend the eyebrow, like right there, it was a little too light. Anytime you need to blend, just pull 1 stroke to pull the brow together. Never press too hard. Never oversaturate. The darkest area should be your tail. That's it. Okay? You need to run back over it. You got to really get an eye for the eyebrow and know the shades. Okay? This is what it's all about. And the perfection of the shape would come from your mapping. Come from you taking your time doing your outline properly. See how I started to bring that shade forward? If I wanted to continue to do it, I would just pull my 1 strokes. Okay, and if I don't want it to be too dark up here, I wouldn't bring my 1 strokes all the way to the top. I would just keep running them through the midsection where I want to see some more tint. Okay, and then when you're on your 3rd and 4th pass, keep wiping it out to see where you are. Like, don't be ashamed or afraid to wipe out to see where you are, because you should start being able to see your pixels and see darkest, medium, lighter. That's how you get that ombre effect. Okay, to really show that ombre effect, really make sure that that tail is the darkest area, and make sure it blends forward properly. I'm not pressing harder. I'm just going back and going up and down and putting more pixels to fill that area, so that way you can see my shade. I would slow my gun down, bring some 1 strokes through here to blend it. Okay, like I said, guys, this is a rushed brow, but it's showing you what I mean about the shading, right? 1 stroke. Okay, on a human, it kind of even takes a little better, but you can see my transition. You see that the tail is the darkest. It gets lighter, and it gets lighter as I come to the front of the brow. That's how you want your shading to look, and you want it to be nice and soft once it's complete. Okay, nice and soft, but it should be pixels. So try that. Let me know if this video helps. I'll do another one. Can't guarantee this week, next week, or actually I have a brow class tomorrow. So just let me know if you guys need another one. I'll see if I can record when I'm helping my students tomorrow. Okay. All right.